Brazil are winning. Vinícius is scoring. Cunha is scoring. Carlo Ancelotti looks like he's finally fixed Brazil. 7 points, top of the group, knockout stage secured. Then, why does Brazil still need Neymar Jr.? Or have they finally become a better team without him? For years, every attack, every big moment, every dream seemed to depend on one man, Neymar. And maybe that was Brazil's biggest problem. Because whenever Neymar got injured, Brazil looked lost. So when Ancelotti arrived, everything changed. The football became faster, more balanced, less predictable. Suddenly, Brazil looked like an actual team, instead of 11 players waiting for Neymar to save them. And for the first time in years, people started asking a dangerous question. Maybe Brazil doesn't need Neymar anymore. Sounds convincing, doesn't it? After all, the results seem to prove it. Let's look at the evidence. Brazil's opening match against Morocco ended 1-1. Not the dream start many expected, but if you only look at the score, you'll miss the bigger picture. Brazil controlled possession, created pressure, forced Morocco deep. The statistics suggested Brazil had the upper hand. So many fans came away with one simple conclusion. It was just one unlucky result. No panic, no crisis, because everyone believed this team would only get stronger, and they did. Next came Haiti. 3 goals, a comfortable victory. Matheus Cunha scored twice. Vinícius added another. Brazil looked confident, aggressive, organized, exactly what people wanted to see. Suddenly, the conversation became even louder. See? Brazil are scoring without Neymar. The attack looks more fluid. They've finally moved on. Then came Scotland. Another dominant performance. Another 3-0 victory. Vinícius was unstoppable. 4 goals in 3 matches. One of the tournament's top scorers. Cunha kept delivering. Bruno Guimaraes controlled the midfield. Alisson barely put a foot wrong. And Brazil finished top of Group C, 7 points. Only 1 goal conceded. Everything looked perfect. So, let me ask you something. If Brazil are winning, if Vinícius is becoming one of the best players in the tournament, if Ancelotti has built a balanced team, then what exactly does Neymar still offer? Maybe the critics are right. Maybe Brazil really have become stronger without him. Maybe the Neymar era is finally over. Or is that exactly what this World Cup wants you to believe? Because there's one moment, just 14 minutes long, that completely changes this entire debate. But here's where this story starts to change. Because football isn't just about winning. It's about how you win. Let's go back to Brazil's opening match against Morocco. Yes, Brazil dominated large parts of the game. They controlled possession. They pushed Morocco deeper and deeper. On paper, they looked like the better team. But what happened when Morocco dropped into a compact defensive block? Brazil struggled to find the final pass. The movement was there. The pressure was there. But the moment of magic never arrived. The game ended 1-1. It wasn't a disaster, but it exposed something important. Against disciplined defenses, control isn't enough. You need imagination. You need someone who can see a pass before anyone else does. Someone who can create something out of absolutely nothing. Then came Haiti. 3 goals, a comfortable win. But let's be honest, Haiti isn't the standard Brazil will be judged by. No one wins a World Cup because they beat Haiti comfortably. The real tests are still ahead. And that's why the Scotland match is so interesting. Because everyone remembers one thing. Vinícius scored twice. Brazil won 3-0. Top of the group. Case closed. Right? Not exactly. Because while everyone was watching the goals, almost nobody was watching Neymar. He entered the match in the 76th minute. Just 14 minutes. Not 90. Not 60. 14. And yet, he completed 12 of his 13 passes. 92% accuracy. 3 key passes. Instant combinations. Quick decision-making. He slowed the game down when Brazil needed control. He sped it up when opportunities appeared. He wasn't chasing headlines. He was quietly changing the rhythm of the match. And that's what makes this debate so fascinating. Because influence doesn't always show up on the scoreboard. Sometimes it shows up in the spaces between the passes. Now, Brazil enter the knockout stage. This is where World Cups truly begin. Japan, then potentially the Netherlands or Morocco again. Then maybe one of Europe's elite. These aren't teams that leave space everywhere. They don't allow easy counterattacks. They don't give Vinícius 40 meters to run into. They force you to think faster. They force you to create when nothing seems possible. And that's the question nobody wants to answer. Who unlocks those games? Who delivers the impossible final pass? Who controls the tempo when the stadium is silent and every touch matters? Who calms the team when panic starts to grow? Vinícius? Absolutely. He has become Brazil's biggest goal-scoring weapon. His pace, his movement, his finishing, they can destroy almost any defense. But asking Vinícius to score and create everything is exactly the mistake Brazil made with Neymar for years. Football at the highest level needs balance. One player stretches the defense, another player unlocks it. One player attacks the space, another player creates it. That is where Neymar still changes Brazil. Not because he scores the most goals, not because he's the fastest player anymore, but because he still sees football a fraction of a second before everyone else. And sometimes, that's all it takes to win a World Cup match. For years, Brazil asked Neymar to carry an entire nation. Every defeat was his fault. Every victory was his responsibility. No player should carry that burden. And maybe Brazil finally learned that lesson. Today, this isn't Neymar's team anymore. It's Vinícius's generation. It's a stronger squad, a deeper squad, a more balanced squad. And that's exactly why Neymar becomes even more dangerous, because he no longer has to do everything. He only has to do what only Neymar can do. Now, here's a statistic almost nobody is talking about. Brazil's players with the most chances created at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Lucas Paquetá, 7. Vinícius Jr, 5. Bruno Guimarães, 5. Ryan, 5. Neymar, 3. Rafinha, 3. At first, those numbers don't seem extraordinary until you realize Neymar created those 3 chances in just 14 minutes. Think about that. Every other player needed multiple matches. Neymar needed just 14 minutes to put himself among Brazil's most creative players. That's not nostalgia. That's not fan bias. That's impact. The kind of impact that doesn't always appear on the scoreboard, but can decide a World Cup knockout game. Brazil doesn't need Neymar to beat Haiti. Brazil doesn't need Neymar to survive the group stage. But World Cups aren't won in the group stage. They're won by moments. One pass, one decision, one impossible piece of creativity that changes history forever. For years, Brazil depended too much on Neymar. That was the mistake. But believing Brazil doesn't need Neymar at all might be an even bigger mistake, because Brazil no longer needs Neymar to carry the team. But if Brazil truly wants to maximize its chances of lifting the 2026 FIFA World Cup, a fully fit Neymar could still be one of their most important weapons. Brazil no longer needs Neymar to carry this team, but Brazil still needs Neymar to complete it. Now, it's your turn. Do you think Brazil can win the 2026 World Cup without Neymar? Or does Brazil still need their number 10? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.